Usman versus Burns for UFC 258. This fight has been booked. I don't even know how many times this has been booked. It fell out. It's fallen through because of pandemic reasons and fighters getting injured and stuff like that and getting sick. But it's supposed to be booked for UFC 258 for the welterweight title. Burns has been he's kind of been under the radar for the last couple years or so. He's beat notable guys before, but he's not necessarily the most flashy option out there. The most attractive matchup before Masvidal lost to Usman was Masvidal.
How about Covington too?
Against Usman, but Usman already beat him.
He beat him, but
after the Gilbert Burns fight fell through, Masvidal filled in on 6 days notice. I wish I could have got Masvidal versus Usman on like full camp and like preparations, but I think we have to wait and see what happens with that. Masvidal is kind of being radio silent. We made a video about a closer look at the matchup that a lot of the media and Dana White wants to make, and that's Jorge and Colby Covington. It's at the top right of your screen. It is a fight that I don't think Jorge necessarily wants in Colby Covington, because it kind of puts him in a position where if he loses, what is next for him? The title fight is kind of out of reach unless he does another short notice fill-in. Again, he's getting there up there in age, and the chances that he's going to get, especially to try to maximize his dollars, is dwindling down. We'll see how the Gilbert Burns fight and Kamaru Usman.
This whole weight class is waiting for Khamzat to arrive, man. I think that's what it is, personally.
So Khamzat's a different situation, but this fight is scheduled for February 13th, 2021. There's plenty of time for either one of them to fall out again. These broken old men.
Holy, the disrespect to Usman Burns, the disrespect to the Nigerian Nightmare. Somebody clip that and send
Kamaru Usman is a supreme athlete. He just has a lot of injury issues. As he's getting older, his knees is giving him issues.
Well, look at his style. What do you expect?
He's. I remember hearing somewhere that because of his knees being so messed up, he walks backwards downstairs. So when he goes downstairs, he goes backwards to lessen the impact of on his knees, because he can't.
Well, you know for sure he doesn't do any road work. Well, you know that for sure.
Yeah, he would. I don't think he would make it for any. He can't do no marathons. Let's just say that. Not because he's not physically able to. It's just not like physically capable. It's just his knees are not the same anymore. Gilbert Burns has been winning for a while now. He's third. He's 19-3. Is his record. He's on a 6 fight win streak. The most notable on there is Tyron Woodley and Damian Maia.
What's happening to Woodley, man? This guy's losing all these fights. This guy lost to Usman. This guy lost to Covington. Lost to Burns. You know?
Yeah.
He's falling in our love.
What's also impressive about that win against Tyron Woodley was it was on short notice. Woodley was supposed to face Leon Edwards, and then because of Leon's inability to get over to the States, where they were holding the fights, I think it was Las Vegas, Gilbert Burns actually replaced Leon Edwards and got that opportunity. So Leon Ed kind of got the short end of the stick. He could have fought Tyron Woodley and got the title shot, but Gilbert Burns looks like the UFC really wants Gilbert Burns to get a shot, because this thing has been booked and booked and booked. He even got replaced by Jorge, and then he still gets another opportunity. He is going to go against a Kamaru Usman that's also on like a tear. Usman, oh my god, let me count his win streak. Actually, I think 16 would be his win streak, because he won his first fight and then he lost, and then he hasn't lost since then. He beat Jorge Masvidal at UFC 251 via decision. I think this fight would probably go to the same direction. I think he is a much better wrestler than Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns is, jiu-jitsu wise, is a lot better than Kamaru Usman, but I don't think Kamaru Usman is going to take any chances like on the ground where he's going to get swept and he's going to get triangled or anything like that. I think he's just going to have constant pressure on Gilbert Burns, impose his will, and just wear him out, just like every other fight he does.
What's next for Usman after this fight?
I don't know. The 170 division is
very slow right now.
It's all over the place. Like, you have Jorge Masvidal, who is really the only other person that I know of that's like asking for a fight urgently. It's super necessary for him to get another fight.
Super necessary.
So top 5, let's say Colby Covington, Gilbert Burns, Leon Edwards, Jorge Masvidal, Stephen Boy.
Woodley, Michael Chiesa.
So I think Leon versus Khamzat. Leon wins. If Leon wins, it would be Leon versus Kamaru. If Leon versus Khamzat won, I wouldn't put it past the UFC
right away, or no?
I don't put it past UFC and Ali Abdulaziz to go out there after Leon fight and be like, listen, Dana, Leon Edwards, Dana, Leon Edwards, number 3, Khamzat beats him. Why not give him a title shot? Who are you going to give a title shot to? Colby Covington? He just lost. You can give it to Gilbert Burns? He just lost. You're going to give it to Jorge? He just lost. You give it to Stephen Boy? He hasn't fought that active, or he hasn't been that active, or anybody in the top 5 for a while. So I think there's a possibility that Khamzat would get that title shot, but there's a lot of ifs.
The backlash of the whole division. If this guy went there, ranked 15, first of all, he got a fight with top 3 Leon Edwards, and then somehow he fights Usman next. Oh my God, there's gonna be.
But who's the backlash going to be from?
What are you talking
who's
about?
Gonna say
from Colby, from Jorge, from Thompson, especially Thompson.
Colby recently lost, right? Like, what is he gonna say? He deserves a title shot. Well, Colby, you need to get fight yourself first.
Let's scratch out Colby. Let's scratch out Burns.
Okay.
Let's scratch out Edwards. There's Jorge.
Okay.
He probably wants that fight. Thompson has been.
Yeah, but Jorge needs another fight before he fights.
Thompson has been very vocal on the fact that Khamzat, who's ranked 15th, should not even fight top 3 Leon Edwards. And there's Woodley.
Yeah, we know.
Maya.
We know how Stephen Boy feels, but Maya is not in the conversation anymore. Maya has already signed his retirement papers. Chiesa, he's fighting who? He's fighting tall, lanky guy, the Gazelle, Neil Magny. Yeah, he's fighting Neil Magny soon. So I don't know if that would make, if you beat Neil Magny, you get a title
now
shot,
that you say it, man, like, honestly, I could see him having like a title fight next after this Leon fight if he wins that.
If he beats Leon Edwards, I don't put it past the UFC making that fight. They would be like, listen, do you know Leon Edwards was on an 8-fight winning streak and he went there and he destroyed him?
It's not gonna be fun to hear the backlash of that, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
So I think if you book Leon and Khamzat in March-ish, and Kamaru Usman fights Gilbert Burns, you could see a Khamzat and Usman fight in August? Maybe I could see August. Fall. Yeah, I could see August because that's basically fall. So August, September, around that time, I could see that fight going. But there's a lot of ifs. There's a big chance that Leon goes in there and beats him, and then he takes that fight instead, or the number 1 contender status.
What One Punch Man does to Leon Edwards, but
But also, don't put it past. Don't look past Gilbert Burns, because he also has a chance to beat Kamaru Usman. Right? Anybody could lose. I don't, bro. How many fights did you see of Gilbert Burns in your life? Which one? He's giving me the signal to wrap up. Okay.